let's stop right there. This scene will foreshadow each of the four families' mothers sacrificing a bit of themselves, which is symbolized through the duck being taken away by airport security, in order to create a better future for their daughters and their lives in America.
I was also boiling with anger, but I said nothing, remembering my promise to my parents to be an obedient wife. Wait, hold on. Did you guys see that? Although Lindo Jung's in a terrible situation, she sacrifices her own wants and desires in order to keep her promise and uphold her family's honor.
Next time, win more, lose less.
Ma, it's not how many pieces you lose. Sometimes you have to lose pieces to get ahead.
Better to lose less. See if you really need.
Whoa, did you see that? In this scene, Waverly misunderstands her mother's advice about losing less when it is Lindo who knows the necessity of sacrifice the best and just wants to teach her daughter not to make too many sacrifices so she won't live in regret like Lindo has.
She did not see how my face changed over the years, how my mouth began to droop, how I began to worry but still did not lose my hair, how my eyes began to follow the American way. She did not see that I twisted my nose bouncing forward on a crowded bus in San Francisco. Your father and I, we were on our way to church to give many thanks to God for all our blessings, but I had to subtract some from my nose.
Did you see that? Lindo sacrifices her Chinese face in order to put a more American face on and blend in more with American society. She does this in order to keep her and her daughter alive and well and sustained in American society. But in turn, her Chinese face is worn off and Chinese citizens see her as less Chinese.
All these years, I kept my true nature hidden, running along like a small shadow so nobody could catch me. And because I moved so secretly, now my daughter does not see me. She sees a list of things to buy, her checkbook out of balance, and her ashtray sitting crooked on a straight table. Oh, I didn't see you there. So, in this scene, Ying Ying reflects on how, by sacrificing her own individuality to conform to Chinese culture, she would end up weakening her own relationship with her daughter, Lena. My mother never talked about her life in China, but my father said he saved her from a terrible life there, some tragedy she did not speak about. My father proudly named her in her immigration papers Betty St. Clair, crossing out her given name of Gu Ying Ying. And then he put down the wrong birth year, 1916 instead of 1914. So, with the sweep of a pen, my mother lost her name and became a dragon instead of a tiger.
That right there shows Ying Ying giving up her Chinese surname and zodiac, which represent her background and personality, which she has sacrificed to create a better life in America.
I love my work when I don't think about it too much. And when I do think about it, how much I get paid, how hard I work, how fair Harold is to everyone except me, I get upset. So really, we're equals, except that Harold makes about 7 times more than what I make. He knows this, too, because he sends my monthly check, and then I deposit it into my separate checking account.
As you can see, Lena is sacrificing her ambitions and dreams by letting her husband halt her progress within her own job and splitting the cost with her husband, even though the husband makes more money than her. She does this because she wants to maintain the family structure between the two of them, and also instill a sense of normalcy between the two of them.
So I decided to let Saint marry me. So easy for me. I was the daughter of my father's wife. I spoke in a trembling voice. I became pale, ill, and more thin. I let myself become a wounded animal. I let the hunter come to me and turn me into a tiger ghost. I willingly gave up my chi, the spirit that caused me so much pain.
Whoa! Stop right there! Stop right there!
Wow, how touching. Ying gives insight into why she sacrificed her surname and tiger spirit. Because she believed it caused her unnecessary pain and suffering, she married St. Clair, which reinforces her desire for a better life. And then it occurs to me, they are frightened. In me, they see their own daughters, just as ignorant, just as unmindful of all the truths and hopes they have brought to America.
Right here. Here. Not there, but here. Jingmei realizes that all of the mothers of the Joy Luck Club have made sacrifices for their daughters, but haven't been acknowledged for all of them and were overlooked. This causes Jingmei to feel guilty and makes her believe that she must learn of her own mother's past.
Mr. Trong was a retired piano teacher, and my mother had traded house cleaning services for weekly lessons, and a piano for me to practice on every day, 2 hours a day, from 4 until 6.
Hey, yeah, you do a little something like that.
Hi! As you can see, Soo-yeon is sacrificing her labor, time, and effort in order to provide her daughter with music lessons. She does this so she can have her daughter have a more successful and happy life. But her daughter is yet to realize that.
No, big one. You eat it, I cannot finish.
So, as you can see here, Soo-yeon takes the bad crab, which equates to bad luck, so that her daughter will have good fortune. This reveals how she will do almost anything for her daughter so that she will have a better life. When the road grew quiet, she tore open the lining of her dress and stuffed jewelry under the shirt of one baby and money under the other. She reached into her pocket and drew out the photos of her family, the picture of her father and mother, the picture of herself and her husband on their wedding day. And she wrote on the back of each the names of the babies and this same message: "Please care for these babies with the money and valuables provided."
Oh my god. What a tragedy. Soo-yeon prioritizes her own children's life over her own well-being while enduring a lot of pain and suffering while at it. You know, right here. And when she gives up her jewelry to her kids, she is hoping to provide them a chance at a good life.
Even though I was young, I could see the pain of the flesh and the worth of the pain.
An Mei's mother shows her daughter the importance of sacrificing for the family, even when there is a bad relationship. An Mei's mother sacrifices her own body in the hopes of curing her own mother.
My mother went for a swim. She had never swum a stroke in her life, but her faith in her own Neng Khan convinced her that what these Americans couldn't do, she could. She could find Bing. Here, An Mei, with no hesitation, risks her own life and jumps into the ocean to look for Bing. This strongly reinforces her belief that she must sacrifice anything for her family that her mother instilled in her. When the poison broke into her body, she whispered to me that she would rather kill her own weak spirit so she could give me a stronger one.
In this moment, An Mei's ideas of why sacrificing for family is so important are further developed and reinforced because she wouldn't have been able to live the life she has if it wasn't for her own mother's death.
Throughout this whole novel, Amy Tan shows that sacrifice is a natural duty in motherhood, and she shows the different types of sacrifices mothers go through in order to give their daughter a better life. That would be the sacrifice of sense of self, sacrifice of body, sacrifice of culture, and the sacrifice of relationship. Amy Tan does this in the hopes that the daughters will appreciate the trials and tribulations that the mothers have gone through in order to bring them a more happier and fulfilling life, and someday that they would appreciate the work that their mothers have put into them.
In this scene, Waverly,
in order to blend in more with American society. I got this. Her Chinese face in order to become to where? And putting on a more American face in order to be.
Oh, I didn't see you there. What was I gonna say?
represent her, giving up her.
She does this by. Yep. Alright.
It just became worse. I forgot more words.
Wow. How
Touchy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What a tragedy.
An Mei soup.
What was it? Whenever I hear something, I always figure out what to say.
Even when there is a bad blood between them. She does this by. Take my life.
Ideas of why sacrificing for family is so important.
Of curing her own.
You literally have one job.
It's good.
You laughed first and you laughed.
I didn't laugh. I like.
Do you accept Betty? I'm sorry, Clifford St. Clair.
Just know I love you, son.
I love you too.
I miss you.
It's good. Give me the money. Too late.